In this position you are white. You're down 38 points of material. You only have one pawn and black has all of their pieces. What should you do? Should you take the knight? Should you move the pawn? Should you move the king somewhere else? Let's find out. So first I will give you 5 seconds if you want to think about the solution. Maybe you will see the ending, but it's very hard. It's about 16 moves away and you can make many mistakes on your journey to beat black, because yes, you can checkmate black in this position while being down 38 points of material. So I will give you 5 seconds and then we'll start. Okay, so let's start with the wrong moves. The biggest wrong move, let's say, is move the pawn. One or two, it doesn't matter. Squares. Okay, because let's say you move the pawn 2 squares. Okay, then black can play knight f3 or even knight g2, it doesn't matter. And then you maybe try to push the pawn, try to make a queen and do something. But then black just makes a queen and yeah, you're checkmated right here. But maybe you wouldn't push the pawn, you would take their knight, but still black makes a queen, you're in check, and yeah, you're down for 43 points of material. So not good. Okay. Another bad move is to move the king somewhere random. Let's say g1, because black just checks with the knight. You maybe move, black makes a queen, and yeah, there is no way to win in this position, or really anywhere else of these 3 squares. So yeah, the move was to take the knight, because now you stop this pawn from promoting. Okay, and you will tell me, okay, but I'm still down 35 points of material, what should I do? Black can move anything and I will be checkmated very fast. But can they? So let's take it piece by piece. The bishop can't move anywhere. The rook can't move anywhere. All the pieces are stuck. By the way, the pawns are moving right, like from top to bottom, and my pawn is going that way. Okay, so the king doesn't have any moves. Okay, you can see pieces everywhere. Okay, the knight can't move here, can't move here, can't move here. This rook can't move anywhere, pawns everywhere. This bishop too, he can move, he just can't move. So the only piece that can move is the queen, and the queen can only move to a1 and back to a2. And yeah, if you spot this, this is the first step of solving this puzzle. Okay, so the only legal move, queen a1. And now, very big decision in this game. Well, of course you have to move the pawn, because if you move your king, black just makes a queen. Okay, but how many squares do you move it? If you said 2, you're incorrect, and I will tell you at the end of the video why. And maybe you can figure it out by the end, but if not, I will tell you. The right answer was only 1. So the queen moves back, you move, and like that from about here. Another big decision that might not seem that big. You think, okay, I make a queen and it's really easy, right? But no, this is actually a blunder. The only right move here that allows you to win is make a knight. Because as you can see, the king is kinda stuck. So you can maybe check the king out, and if you check the king, okay, it's game over because he doesn't have anywhere to move. That's the main idea. So now you have to know a few sequences of moves. Okay, and you have to think, where can I go to checkmate him with the knight? I can't go here, there is a rook here. I can't go here, there is a rook here. I can maybe take the rook, but it's defended by the pawn, so right now I can't really. And I could take the queen, I could move to a2, but first I gotta make sure the queen isn't on a1, because if I move to a2 she will just take me. And secondly, how do you get to a2? You have to be or here or here or here, but I don't think we need to cover this example. But you can't go here or here because there is a rook guarding those, okay? So the only possible square, like the most possible square, is b3, okay? But now you have to find a way to get rid of this pawn. So you have to find the next sequence of moves, and is this, okay? g6, e5, d7. Yeah, the queen just moves back, and yeah, you will see it has something to do with why we moved only one square a few moves ago, okay? You take and get here, okay? Queen goes back, sorry, you go here, and now you'll see we take the pawn, okay? So now this square isn't defended anymore, okay? Queen goes back, you go with the knight here, and checkmate, okay? So this is the whole puzzle, okay? It's basically just having some idea of it and trying to find the sequence of moves with the knight, okay? That's it. Okay, so now I will tell you why you should push the pawn only one square and not two squares, okay? Let's see, so the same sequence, okay? Queen goes back, you move the pawn forward, okay? Still promote to a knight, then we do the exact same moves, but we're one tempo faster, okay? Take the pawn, and generally this would be a good thing that we are faster, but in this position it's not a good thing because we are here and the queen goes to a2. And what can you see? You can't take the rook, you can't, because the queen will capture you. If you move the king, it's still bad, because queen check, and even though you take the queen, you freed up black's pieces, okay? So the rook can go here, bishop, then promote, make another queen. Really easy for him, okay? Really easy. Pretty sure there is a checkmate in a few moves, and you maybe don't even need to promote to a queen. But the thing is, you can't take the rook, okay? But if you wait one more move, you basically move the queen to a1, so you skipped a tempo. Okay, that's basically why we only move one square. And that's really hard to see, especially if you're a beginner. And even intermediates, you have to be really advanced to know these things. So, hope you liked the puzzle, hope you learned something new. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!